Greetings, earthlings of the great beyond. I am Captain Hackman of the Wonder Cheese. Welcome back. Today I want to talk about life goals. What are life goals? What are the things that we want to do in our life? Ourselves, our friends, our family, our brothers and sisters, parents, grandparents. We go through each day living life to the full, or what we think is the full. We can wake up, go to school or go to work, come home, watch a bit of TV and go to sleep. Occasionally take a few holidays a year, or maybe just sort of go out for a walk every now and then, maybe do a bit of a run. That's about it. Me personally, I come home from work, I watch a bit of YouTube and a bit of movies, and then I go to sleep. Wake up again, go straight back to work. I spend most of my time doing absolutely nothing. So what can I do that's different? The thing is, people nowadays are deciding to do life goals. Things that we want to achieve in our lifetime that we can set forward and do in the future. What do I want to do in my life goals? What are the things that I want to do? One of the things I want to do is I want to start learning more. Not necessarily take courses or anything like that, but to read more. To read more into more sciences, more into astrology, a lot more into physics, a bit more maths, touch up on my maths. So I want to do these things. Do I write them down? No, I don't really write them down. But the thing is, people will say, if you've got a life goal, you should write them down. You should make a list of things that you want to achieve and put them in an order you think you can be able to achieve them in. I don't write them down, and I should. Things is, when you watch a movie, you understand what the movie's about. But if you read the movie, like the book about the movie or the original script of it, you understand it a lot more. Thing is, with writing things down, you understand and you memorise them a lot better. It's like trying to remember a dream. You've got a dream journal, you can go back to that journal and remember every detail about that dream, just by reading a few words about it. I have a book that has a dream in it. I wrote down the details and did a bit of drawing, and when I read it, I remember every detail about it, from the stained glass windows, to how I warped through the windows, to people I saw, what they looked like, what was said, what was done. The thing is, I remember these things because I wrote them down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start writing down my life goals, things that I want to achieve. And the first thing is to learn more. Second thing, be more active. About a year ago I weighed 22 stone, or just over 22 stone. Now I weigh just over 18. That's because the work I'm doing at the moment is very physical, very active and very mentally constraining. That keeps my metabolism going up and keeps me losing weight, which is absolutely fantastic. Before I was in a job where I just sat down for 12 hours. 7 days a week, I'd sit down for 12 hours doing absolutely nothing, eating at my desk and just basically putting on weight. Now I'm doing something physical to help me lose that weight. That's a good thing for me, something that I want to do, something that wants to help me become healthier. But I need to do more. Behind me I have a bike. I got it about a year ago. Have I used it? No. My bike has been rarely used. It's been taken out a few times, and I was supposed to ride to work, but I'd get the bus instead, or I walk to work. Walking's fine, but cycling would actually burn up more calories, help me get more fitter. I don't use it. I really should start to use it. So that's another life goal. Use my bike. Cycle more. Take it for a trip. Just anywhere. I remember once, when I was a kid, a couple of friends of mine decided to go for a bike ride. We left at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we cycled to a town. A town that's about 20 miles away. Go down, and then all the way up to a village, and then back home. We did about 30-40 miles that day, and I was only young. I was on a bike myself with my friends, but we did that, and we achieved that in one day. That's something I should be doing. I should be cycling more and taking longer journeys. If I want to go see a friend, I'll cycle to my friend's house rather than just getting a train. But obviously it takes hours and takes lots of physical conditioning, which is something I have to do. So that's my second life goal. Become more active. Third one is something that I've been doing for many years now. I started off when I was 16. A friend of mine said, let's make a game. He knew coding, he understood what programming was, so he wanted to create the game. But obviously this is when PS2 was just come out, so at its early stages. So we wanted to make a game like Final Fantasy, but we wanted to make it in our own way. He had the idea of programming it, and I was to design everything. I designed the characters, the storyline, and designed the maps. I spent best part of a year designing everything from characters, weapons, landscapes, maps, transport, enemy monsters, different things like, for example, the power moves and the mystical moves, limit breaks and all that sort of stuff. It was kind of like Final Fantasy, but it had a complete different scenario, different storyline. And it was supposed to be really good. The idea of it was really good. It was a folder, probably about that thick, full of these drawings, A3 and A4 size pages. I'd done all of this, all by myself. Showed him every step of the way, and we decided we was going to do it. However, unfortunately, I decided to bring my stuff with me, and we went to a local arcade. I left it by machine. Went outside, came back in, and I realised I left it there, and it was gone. A whole year's worth of work gone out the window. Let's forward on for a few more years. I was unemployed. Didn't have a job, didn't have prospects, and I was basically on benefits. I wanted to do something other than sleeping 14 hours a day. I said that I wanted to write a book. So I wrote, got my computer, got a keyboard, sat in my bed, because that's the only place to sit down, and I started typing. I wrote about 5 pages, which I put as 3 different chapters, and kind of made it. And it was full of spelling mistakes, full of continuity errors, and just full of everything that was just wrong with it. So I started from scratch. I rewrote the first 3 chapters. I made it 5 chapters, made it 6 chapters, made it 7 chapters. Every time I had a chapter, I'd email it to myself. Forwarding on several years, because I had like parts of my mind just going to like a writer's block. Over the years, I managed to create a book. It's 107,000 words. Think about it. That's the size of the first Harry Potter book. And that's something I've done. I'm dyslexic. I find it hard to spell, hard to type, and hard to create words in a way that makes sense. But I've done it. I've created a book of my own. I haven't sold it, haven't published it or anything like that. And if anyone wants to read it, they can give me a shout and I could forward it on. But this book is mine. It's going to be part of a trilogy. So my 3rd life goal is to continue with my book. I have the ideas for the book covers. So I want to get those done. I want to make one of my walls across from my house, and I'm going to start putting chapters onto it. Every time I write a chapter, I'm going to print it off, and I'm going to have it there so I can go back to it, so I know what I'm doing. At the moment, I've written a kind of plot line. So I know exactly I've got about 5 pages, 6 pages worth of plot line that I want to be doing for the 2nd book. I know what I want the 3rd book to do, but I need to complete the 2nd book before I can start on the 3rd. So that's my 3rd life goal. So 3 seems to be like enough, but it's not. There's certain things I need to do. 4th one is get my health in check. As you can see from my fingers, I'm a bit of a smoker. I'm overweight, and I've kind of sort of got myself into a bit of a rut when it comes down to my health. So, things I want to do, try and quit smoking. And that's harder than it seems. For those who haven't started smoking, or those who know what it's like to be a smoker, it's best thing to not start. Because once you start, you kind of carry on. And you end up spending loads and loads of money just on fags. So, I'm going to have to start quitting. Tried quitting a few times, but I'm going to have to do something that's going to make me stop for good. I've done a few other naughty things in my life, drinking and drugs, which is obviously things happen in people's lives which cause them to do it. So I've given up the drink, I've given up the drugs, and I'm going clean sober. This is one of the life goals for my health that I need to do. But I need to be obviously more active as instead of my second life goal. But I also want to make sure that my physical health is better. I'm going to increase my diet to more healthy. Instead of eating crisps and junk food, I'm going to eat more salads, I'm going to eat more fresh fruit, and I'm going to eat more fresh meats as well. I'm going to get my my other parts of my health properly. I'm going to start cutting my nails rather than chewing them, which I know everyone does. Everyone chews their nails, but I'm going to start cutting them instead. I'm going to get my teeth sorted out because yes, I have strange teeth, and I'm going to have to get a few removed because I hardly brush my teeth. That's something I'll have to do. I'll have to start brushing my teeth a bit more. I'm going to have to start getting my health better. Start shaving a lot more. Probably wet shave. I'm going to start looking proper. And get my eyes, get some new glasses so my eyes look better. And probably looking into getting more bits and pieces done for my physical outside as well as my internal side. So that's my fourth life goal. Should I have more? More I should. The more life goals you have, the more chance that you're going to succeed in one of them. If you succeed in one of them, you have more motivation to succeed in others. The question is, what are your life goals? What are the things that you want to do? And the thing is, you should write them down. You should write even just a simple sentence, like a New Year's resolution. Everyone knows they do a New Year's resolution. After a month, they've given up on it. By writing these things down, you can expand them. Expand them into doing little life goals. Having from, for example, losing weight, you can start with first part, getting a set of scales. Get a set of scales, that's achievement unlocked. And that's another thing you want to do. Go onto the scales once a week. That's another achievement you've done. And then you start weighing yourself, having a little scoreboard, having a little diary about the things you've lost. These are things that you can try. Try and figure out sort of when you're going to buy new clothes, when you're going to be doing these things to help you with your weight. Or if you've got other life goals, if you're happy with your weight, or if you want to do something else, try getting just a basic fundamental of the life goal you want, and then separate it into little achievements, little things you can do. So put these things together. I want to probably write these things down the next few days. Get a whole list of these things I want to be trying to do. I'm going to try and achieve them as I go along. Doesn't matter if I don't achieve them in 1 week. Doesn't matter if I don't achieve them in 1 month. This is something that I have to do for long term. So I'm going to try these things, and hopefully I'll be able to let you know in the future if I started achieving any of these things. So, what achievements do you want to do? Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you want to. Let me know. Bye.